Satan says, by the way, my build isn't fully done. I wanted to do quite a lot more, but 2 days is not a lot of time. Fair enough, fair enough. In 2 days? I know, for 2 days, this is crazy.
This is LeonSBU.
Just a few moments ago.
Oh! I missed. The clouds were in the way. The dang clouds were in the way. I couldn't see.
Every month, Leon hosts a building challenge called the MBC, or Monthly Build Challenge. I have learned quite a lot about building and participating in these challenges. They are very fun, but it has been a while since I last participated, and I had forgotten how fun they can be. So for the month of October, I decided to participate. The theme was copper. Now obviously, with the theme being copper, I decided to build a Cyberpunk city. Welcome to Copper City. But how did I build it? I have learned quite a lot from participating in these build challenges, and I'm going to share what I did to build this. The first trick that I used in building this is blocking. Blocking out a build can seem pretty boring. However, it does serve a purpose. It helps you get an idea of the shapes and what you need to do before you actually do it. So with the blocking done, all I have to do now is go around and add facades to each side, which I'm not going to do on this one, but I will talk about how I make the facades later on. And that's basically what I did here. Started a bunch of cubes and added facades on top and then details to make it done. And for the mountains in the background, I basically did the same thing. So if you think of it, mountains are basically just triangles or cones. You use Axiom's shape tool to create a cone and then size it up. You basically have a mountain. But this doesn't look too good. you can then do is use the elevation tool to go in and make it a lot more imperfect and more mountain-like. And just like that, we've already got a pretty basic but good looking mountain. And that's what I did for all the mountains in the build. And for the tree, if you think of it, these holographic leaves are basically just spheres, and then replaced later on with rods and lightning rods. For the trunk of the tree, I use Axiom's path tool. I set it to BCI curve, change it to spike, give the base some thickness, then I can extend the points to get the shape that I want. Then I can go in afterward and add in more branches using the same path tool and even roots. A cool feature that Axiom has that helps a lot when building quickly is auto shade. And it works really great with its default settings, but you can go through and customize it a bit. And just like that, we've got a really detailed shaded mountain that looks pretty good from the front, not really from the back though. I also use auto shade for the buildings, anywhere there are flat, empty areas. It adds this really cool texture to flat areas. As you can see in the final build, I use it everywhere that there are flat empty areas that would look pretty empty and boring, just to add some detail. I also used it a bit in the facades, but we'll talk about that later when I get there. For the palette, I mostly stuck to this palette here. It consisted of white concrete, light grey concrete, black concrete, polished blackstone bricks, black stained glass, lightning rod, and end rod. If you're wondering about this, in the middle, it is just a lightning rod, but in an illegal block state. Use Axiom's Tinker tool to get at that. If you don't use Axiom, you can also use a debug stick. And if you're wondering, this is state when it gets struck by lightning. So for facades, I will build one section and then extend it up using Axiom's stock tool to cover the full side of the building. In building these facades, I would go and find images of basically Cyberpunk stuff and try to replicate it as best as I could in Minecraft. As I said earlier, I like to use auto shade on this to add some detail, to add some texture into it. There's nothing on the inside. It's just a box with a facade. So I think I should knew most of the tricks that I've done in this build. Now let's just see what the judges think.
Copper City built by Satan. We've got a Copper City. It is exciting. We've seen a lot of factories. We've seen a lot of sort of rustic-looking buildings. Welcome to Copper City. All right.
Oh. There used to be a great city here. It was destroyed many years ago. We don't know what caused its destruction. The people tried to rebuild. This is as far as they got. Then it was abandoned. Not much is known about the copper tree, just that it appeared one day.
Satan says, by the way, my build isn't fully done. I wanted to do quite a lot more, but 2 days is not a lot of time. Fair enough, fair enough.
You know, I've heard that from a few people now, so I'm expecting really great things.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is impressive. Wow.
Holy
See what's going on in the back. Oh,
Big,
yep,
like,
you got the big
tree.
holographic tree. You got a bloody LeonSBU graffiti on the back of this building.
How are we getting these lightning rods completely lit up? Is that like light?
Oh, this is when they're struck by lightning. This is state they are when they're struck by lightning.
It's an illegal block.
Oh,
state,
that's so cool.
That's one of my favorite building techniques, actually.
I think my one thing is I wish you could see more of the tree from the front.
That's fair.
I think so, yeah. It's a really cool tree, but like when you come in from the front and it's like, okay, what's that? You don't know it's a tree until you go behind. It could be a
There's a nice reveal, but I think it could be like slightly taller. But like that's just because I want to see more of the build at once, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like some of these techniques in the windows are really cool. You got like smokestacks. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
hypertube panels
tough.
here.
It's tough because there's so much on so many different sides. It's not like you can only do it for one thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
So I think it's safe to say that Leon and the other judges enjoyed the build.